Welcome to Civil Engineering Online. Subject is Design of Pre-stressed Concrete Structures. Today's video will have Module 2 Deflection of Pre-stress. Topic is Problems on Deflection of Pre-stress. So let us begin with the problems on deflection. A concrete beam with a rectangular section 300 mm wide and 500 mm deep is pre-stressed by two post-tensioned cables of area 600 mm square each, initially stressed to 16 Newton per mm square. The cables are located at a constant eccentricity of 100 mm throughout the length of the beam, having a span of 10 meters. Take ES equals to 210 kN per mm square and EC is equals to 38 kN per mm square. And further, A. Neglecting all losses, find the deflection at the center of span when it is supporting its own weight. Second one, B. Allowing for 20% loss in pre-stress, finding the final deflection at the center of span when it carries an imposed load of 18 kN per meter and density of concrete equals to 24 kN per meter cube. So without waiting, let us go for the solution part of the question. So solution: given data B equal to 300 mm, D equal to 500 mm, area of steel 600 mm square, and stress in the steel is provided as 1600 Newton per mm square. E is equals to 100 mm, span L equal to 10 meters. ES 210 kN per mm square, EC 38 kN per mm square. Loss in pre-stress given as 20%. Live load Q equal to 18 kN per meter is acting on the member. Area of the rectangular section will be as B into D, which comes out to be 150 into 10 raised to 3 mm square. Moment of inertia I as 3125 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Self weight of beam we are going to calculate in the deflection, because self weight is also going to have one of the deflection on the member. So self weight we are going to calculate as W is equal to 0.3 into 0.5 multiplied by 24 is the density of concrete given. So W is acting as 3.6 kilonewton per meter. So this we have to convert it into mm. We will divide it by 1000. So W now will be equal to 0.0036 kilonewton per mm. Pre-stressing force capital P equals to 600 into 1600 into 2. So capital P pre-stressing force as P will be equal to 1.92 into 10 raised to 3 newtons, which will be acting on the two post-tensioned cables. Moving for the next part of the problem, A. Neglecting all losses, the deflection at the center of span when it is supporting its own weight we have to calculate. So downward deflection due to self weight is going to act, and we have calculated the self weight as W. So we know that when the W is acting as UDL, this formula of deflection will be acting 5W L raised to 4 divided by 384 EI. Substituting the values as per the data, we are able to have the downward deflection due to self weight as 3.95 mm acting in downward direction. Similarly, we have to calculate the upward deflection due to pre-stressing force, which will be acting in the upward direction, because pre-stress is compressing the member. For that reason, the member will have hogging in the mid-span. Hogging means top fiber will be having tension and bottom fiber will be having compression. So this makes a member hogging member. In hogging, what is the deflection which will be occurring? So that we will consider how much deflection is acting due to pre-stressing. So that we are going to consider it as PEL square by 8 EI as a formula for precessing. Here we are considering it as UDL part only, acting upward direction, that is force is acting in upward direction due to two compressive force, one upward force is acting. So upward force 1 is PE L square by 8 EI, which we have to consider. So substituting the value in this upward deflection formula, we will have the deflection in upward direction as 20.2 mm acting in upward direction. Then now net upward deflection of the beam when it supports its own weight. So when it supports its own weight, what is the net upward deflection of beam? So it comes out to be 20.2 minus 3.95 equals to 16.25 mm acting in upward direction. This is the net upward deflection of the beam. Second part, allowing for 20% loss in pre-stress. The final deflection at the center of span when it carries an imposed load of 18 kilonewton per meter, we have to find out. Downward deflection due to live load, we are going to calculate. This formula was 5WL raised to 4. I have changed it to 5QL raised to 4. Q, we are considering it as live load in this particular formula. Substituting the values, Q is given 18 kilonewton per meter. Converting that 18 kilonewton per meter in terms of 18 kilonewton per mm, divided it by 1000. So now the downward deflection due to live load only will be 19.7 mm in downward direction. So now upward deflection due to precessing force with 20% loss we are going to calculate. It will be PEL square by 8A multiplied by, here we have to minus that 20% loss. So after finding out the 20% loss, the remaining stress will be having of 0.8 only. So whatever the upward deflection is that we are considering with 0.8, and means 20% loss is accounted in this part, which will be equal to 16.16 mm acting in upward direction. Final downward deflection of the beam due to self weight plus pre-stress plus live load we have to find out. So self weight we have calculated earlier, pre-stress is there now, and live load is also acting. So self weight, pre-stress with 20% loss, and live load as calculated. So this comes out to be 3.95 minus 16.16 plus 19.7 as the live load value. So total it comes out to be 7.49 mm acting in downward direction, the final downward deflection. So this was the end of first problem. Moving to second problem of deflection of pre-stress. Question number 2. A concrete beam having a rectangular section 150 mm by 300 mm is pre-stressed by a parabolic cable having an eccentricity of 75 mm at center of span towards the soffit and an eccentricity of 25 mm towards the top at support sections. The effective force in the cable is 350 kilonewton. The beams support a concentrated load of 20 kilonewton at the center of span in addition to self weight. If the modulus of elasticity of concrete is 38 kilonewton per mm square and span is 8 meter. So in question it is given the breadth and depth, then eccentricity at midspan 75 mm, at support above the neutral axis 25 mm, and the effective force in the cable is 350 kilo Newton. The beam supports a concentrated load of 20 kilonewton at the center of span, which is acting at the midpoint as a point load which is acting. Modulus of elasticity is given 8 meter span. 25 mm towards the top, so it is above the neutral axis, that we have to be clear. First part, Short term deflection at a center of span under pre-stress, self weight and live load. Under pre-stress, self weight and live load. Long term deflection assuming the loss ratio as 0.8 and creep coefficient as 1.6 we have to consider. So moving for the solution part, given data B is equals to 150 mm, D is equals to 300 mm, P equal to 350 kilonewtons. Q live load Q as 20 kilonewton, point load acting at the center of the beam. Span is 8 meters, E1 is 75, E2 is 25 mm, EC 38 kilonewton per mm square, loss ratio as 0.8. Creep of coefficient phi equal to 1.6 given in the question. So for this, if we draw the figure, it will be somewhat like this. 8 meter span, P is acting 350 kilonewton, 20 kilonewton point load acting at midspan, central span eccentricity with a parabolic cable 75 mm which will be E1, and E2 as end span end supports eccentricity top which is 25 mm. So this part is 25 mm, this part is 75 mm in the figure. So assuming here density of concrete gamma equal to 24 kilonewton per meter cube. Moment of inertia I is equals to BD cube by 12. Calculating area we can calculate or we can leave. So calculating the moment of inertia, it comes out to be 37.5 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Dead load W is equals to 0.15 into 0.3 into 24, which comes out to be 1.08 kilonewton per meter. So this we have to convert it into kilonewton per mm. So it will be 0.00108 kilonewton per mm. A. So first part I am taking. Deflection due to dead load, delta dead load I am considering. So W 5W L raised to 4 384 EI, substituting the values. L as 8000 mm and E as 38 kilonewton per mm square it is. Moment of inertia 337.5 into 10 raised to 6. So downward deflection, this deflection comes out to be 4.5 mm acting in the downward direction. Moving to B part, deflection due to live load, P L cube by 48 EI. Because of point load, deflection formula changes in live load condition. So this point load is now acting. So in previous was UDL we have considered, here it is point load we have to consider. So point load QL cube by 48 EI. So substituting Q as 20 kilonewton, L as 8048 into E into I, which comes out to be 16.63 mm acting in downward direction. In this C part, deflection due to pre-stress, again calculating. So pre-stress is having parabolic nature. Parabolic is support is at top end and one side it is in the mid span below the eccentricity. So PL square by 48 EI in bracket minus 5 E1 plus E2 bracket closed. So E1 is 75, E2 is 25, that we have to substitute into the formula and calculate the particular deflection due to pre-stress which is acting in the upward direction, which comes out to be minus 12.6 mm raised to mm, which will be acting in the upward direction. This will calculate the short-term deflection at center of span. So that is delta short term, which is dead load deflection plus live load deflection plus pre-stress deflection. This is self weight, this is live load, this is pre-stress. So calculating it, 4.5 plus 16.63 minus 12.6. I have taken this as acting minus 12.6. So total it will be acting short term deflection as 8.53 mm acting in downward direction. Similarly, with calculation of the deflections, long term deflection at center of span we have to calculate. So everything remains same. So long term deflection in bracket we are going to calculate delta LT. So delta DL plus delta LL, that is live load, delta pre-stress multiplied by loss ratio, this all multiplied by 1 plus 5, it is creep coefficient which is acting. So delta, that is deflection due to dead load 4.5 plus deflection due to live load 16.63 plus into bracket minus 12.6 into 0.8 the loss ratio bracket close whole multiplied by 1 plus 1.6 the creep coefficient. Total comes out to be 28.73 mm acting in downward direction is the long term deflection on the member. Additional part of solution which as per the IS 1343 permissible deflection as per IS 1343. Downward deflection should be span divided by 250. So span is 8250. So it should be 32 mm. So which is well within the permissible limit. Upward deflection span divided by 300 mm. Upward deflection when it comes 8000 divided by 300 mm. 300, so it comes out to be 26.67. as we have calculated the upward deflection with all the conditions is again under control only, so there is no upward deflection acting in the member, we can see it. So this was the problems of deflection of pre-stress. So thank you for watching patiently, and if you have any doubts you are free to ask the queries. The problems on deflection of pre-stress will be continued.